Good evening to all. We'll start the session. So, in the last session, I entered into Python programming. There, the basic points what we discussed. What is an identifier? Briefly, I will explain in 5 minutes. What is an identifier? Identifier is simply a name given to either a variable. Already we discussed the concept of variable. So a variable or a method or a function or a class or object, whatever it is, in the Python programming, at any place, if you want to use a name, all the names are given by identifier. Now, identifier follows some rules. Identifier follows some rules. Based on the rules only, you have to give the name. What are the rules? An identifier contains alphabets A to Z, either lowercase or uppercase. First to remember, the lowercase is different from uppercase, and an identifier consists of the combination digits 0 to 9 and only one special character underscore. So these are the things that are allowed inside an identifier. Now one important rule you need to remember is an identifier does not starts with a digit. Does not starts with a digit. Okay. And one more important point is an identifier is not a keyword, and there is no limit on the length of identifier. Anyway, we will discuss all these things clearly in the last session. This is my first topic in the last session. Immediately, I am moving to the topic of keywords. So here I used one word. Identifiers are not used as a keyword. First of all, what is keyword? Keyword means simply reserved word. Keyword means simply reserved word. Reserved word means at the time of a language development, some words are reserved for some specific purpose. So they have to use only that purpose only. We are not allowed to use an identifier. In Python, we have a total of 33 keywords. Okay. Along with what we discussed, how to install IDLE. Okay, so the first step is the installation is completed. After the installation, the two ways of writing the program. One is you are writing the program in interactive mode. Second one is we are writing the program under script mode. There are two modes for writing the program. Okay, so these things, along with this, finally we covered the concept of variable. We covered the concept of variable. So what is mean by variable? Simple difference. A memory location. One second. A memory location that will hold a value, for example, a is equal to 3, b is equal to 4. After this I used two statements. One is single value assigned to multiple variables. Single value assigned to multiple variables. A is equal to, b is equal to, c is equal to 2. One value to multiple variables. Another one is in a single line. In a single line, if you are writing multiple lines, not a problem. Suppose multiple lines in the sense a is equal to 2, b is equal to 2, c is equal to 2, not a problem. But in a single line also it is possible. The very important thing is multiple variables with multiple values also possible in a single line. Multiple variables, suppose a comma b comma c is equal to 1 comma 2 comma 3. So three variables, three values. One is assigned to a, two is assigned to b, three is assigned to c. And finally we discussed one function The function is id of id. What is the use of function? To get the address in which memory location the particular variable is stored. So these are the basic things that we had covered in the last session. Now coming to today's session. In the today's session, our concept is our data type. In the last session only I used the word data type. The name specified data means my information type. So what is a type? So type in the sense coming to mathematics, not the programming language, general mathematics. A is a variable, a is equal to 3. Now generally these are called whole numbers. In mathematical point of view, this is called whole number. Suppose b is equal to 4.3. This is called real numbers. Mathematics point of view, this is called real numbers. Suppose c is equal to 2 plus 3j. These are called complex numbers. Yes or no? That means data type specify the type of information stored in a variable. The type of information stored in a variable. You observe carefully here. Up to now I am not explaining the features of Python. Up to now I explained only one feature, that is Python is simple and easy to learn. How can you say that? By one program, welcome program, compared to C and Java, Python is very simple to write the program. So, because of that one, I said Python is the simple language. And one more future, you already know one more future. One more future is open source. That means you install the Python software without paying any money, directly download from the internet and we can install. That is open. Now one very important feature is dynamically typed language. Python is a dynamically typed language. Typed comes under the concept of data type. What is mean by dynamically typed? Directly it is not possible. Move to any other language. For example, I am moving into some C language. In C language, I will write the program, then convert it to Python. You will understand. In C language, suppose my program is sum of two numbers. Assume my program is sum of two numbers. How to write a program? First, hash include stdio.h void main int. What is int? First I will give you the meaning. Generally this whole numbers is the mathematical term. Technically the whole numbers are called integers. Remember, mathematically whole numbers, technically those are called integers. Mathematical point of view real numbers, technically that is programming point of view, those are called float. Remember the two words. Int is a data type which specify whole numbers. Float is also a data type which also specify data type. Now int a comma b comma c. Int a comma b comma c. You don't know C language, no problem. Scanf percentage d ampersand a comma ampersand b. Now C is equal to a plus b. Printf printf percentage b comma c, close this one. This is the simple C program, addition of two numbers. Why I written the program is, understand carefully. Except to Python, in the remaining programming languages, if you want to, this is my concept. Yes or no? What is my program? addition of two numbers. The two numbers are A comma B. Before performing the addition, not only addition, before using the variable, first at that first whenever you enter into the main, you need to declare. This is called declaration statement. Remember, before usage of the variable, first you need to declare the variable. You need to declare the variable. What is mean by the declaration? It specifies a is the variable which is going to use in your program, and this variable a, some memory is allocated in the program, and that variable a hold only integer value. This meaning is available. Again, I am repeating. So before using any variable, the first important thing is you need to declare the variable. What the declaration specify? The syntax of declaration is data type, integer, float, anything. So the type of data stored under the variable. The type of data stored under the variable A. Now the type of data stored under B, under C is fixed. Now this is the line which is used to enter some value. What is the value of A and what is the value of B? To read the values from the user. Suppose if I entered A value 2, automatically internal logic I am not explaining. So A holds a value 2, B holds a value 3, fine. The addition is performed, 5 is stored in the answer, program executed successfully. For example, if I entered A value as some 2.3, A value as 2.3, B is equal to 3. Now what is the answer? A is equal to 2.3, B is equal to 3. According to our expectation, the answer is 5.3. Remember, it gives an error. Why means I already declared A is an integer. It must and should use whole numbers. But you are trying to assign a real number. It is not possible. Now you understand the point? That means statically typed means before usage, first we have to declare, and it can store values only of that data type. Values of only the data type. If you are given any other type of information, it gives an error. Okay, coming to Python. In Python, this statement is not required. This statement is not required. For example, A is equal to 5, B is equal to 3. Whenever you want a variable, C is equal to A plus B, you can just declare with some value. Now, what is the value of C? 8. What is the value of C? 8. Suppose A is equal to 5.3. What is the value of C? 8.3. That means what is the data type? Here in Python, no need to declare the variable in advance. Whatever the value you are providing, the variable becomes the data type automatically. In the previous example, C is an integer. Why we are given C is equal to 8? C is an integer. Suppose C is equal to 8.3. C becomes a float value. You no need to do anything. Everything is done automatically. That is the best future. Why? Suppose if you declare everything in advance, if I want to change, here you go back to this one and you need to change the things. Okay. Now coming to the concept, I not entered into the concept. Coming to the concept of data type. Right now you understand one point. Data type specifies the type of information stored in a variable. Now what is the point? Python is dynamically typed language. This is one of the important interview question. What is mean by dynamically typed language? Dynamically typed means no need to declare the variable in advance. Whenever you require any variable, directly you can use the variable. Suppose in the previous program I declared the variable int a comma b comma c. Suppose in the program I am trying to use a variable d, it gives an error. That means without declaration you are trying to use. But in Python, no need of that statement. Whenever you want any variable with value, you can use. Okay. Now the data types are categorized into different types. The first one is numbers, boolean, and these are the two primitive. Primitive means compulsory, or primitive means basic. Without these one, the next data types are not available. So two primitive data types are available. One is numbers and another one is boolean. So first I will move to numbers. I will write down the remaining things anyway. So next one is string, list, tuple, dictionary, set, and then frozen set, that is sub part of set is available. These are some advanced data types or non-primitive data types. What is the difference between the term primitive and non-primitive? So primitive data type means a variable hold a value. Variable hold a value. Non-primitive data type means a variable will hold object reference. Right now you don't know anything about object. Yes or no? That is the reason right now you don't have the term object. Just to remember the term data type. Whenever I am moving to object oriented programming, then you will understand clearly. First, coming to numbers. Remember, right now, I will explain the numbers and boolean in detail. Now, these remaining string, list, tuple, dictionary, set, I will give you a brief idea. What is what? Just what is a string, how to create a string. What is a list, how to create a string. Just I given a brief idea. Approximately after 7 to 8 classes, approximately after some set of class number of classes, again I will move back to this concept and each and everything we will discuss in detail. Why? If you want to get the concept of string, you need to understand the concept of operators. You need to get the concept of decision making, looping statements, branching statements. So most of the basic things are required. But one important point, if you understand the concept of a loop, you need to know these terms. Generally, a programming language means it depends on each and everything. Which one is the first, which one is the next one. It is very difficult to predict. So that is the reason. First, I will give you a brief idea. After that, I will move to the another topic. Again, I will come back and then go in depth. First, numbers. The name specifies data type means the type. Here, my information is in the form of numbers. My information is in the form of numbers. Information in the sense my data. These numbers are categorized into three types. The numbers are categorized into three types. One, integer. Integer is for understanding purpose. Int is the data type. The data type name is int. So which is used to store whole numbers. Int is used to store whole numbers. Next to float. Float is used to store real numbers. Next one, complex. Complex is used to store complex numbers only. These three are the data types. Remember, into, float to, complex. These three are the data types. Integer numbers, floating numbers, and complex numbers. Complex numbers. Okay.
What is cross, sir?
Anyway, I will explain. See step by step. First integer number. A is equal to some 3. Here you need to observe one point. I am not declaring, up to now I am not declaring. Directly I am using the variable. A is equal to 3. Here in this example, 3 is a whole number. What is mean by whole number? A number without any decimal points. According to mathematics only, a number without any decimal points, those are called whole numbers. The technical term of whole number is integer. See this one, b is equal to 4. Without declaration, directly I am using c is equal to a plus b. Now, what is the value of c? 7. All these are integers. How do we know? For that, we have a predefined function. The function name is type of. Remember the function. Type of is the function which gives the type of the data type. Type of is the function which gives the type of the data type. Now, type of the data type in the sense the type of the variable. type type of A. Now, A consists of which value? Integer. Press enter. See this one, class int. Type of B. Class int. Here what is this mean by this class? Object oriented programming. Right now you know the basic point. Int satisfied. A is integer, b is an integer. Now for example, x is equal to 2.3. Actually what is 2.3? A real number. A number with some decimal point. A number with some decimal point are called real numbers. In technical aspects, the real numbers are called float. Real numbers are called float. Clear? Clear? So real numbers are called float number. X is equal to 2.3. Type of x. Automatically the answer is float. The answer is float. Okay. Now for example, a variable y is equal to 0.00000012. Type of y. What is the type? Now observe here. Type of object. Yes or no? Generally everything is treated as an object, but right now you don't know the term object. That is the reason I am ignoring. Type of y. See this one, float. 0 point. If a number consists of one decimal point, the value is considered as a float data type. Now see this one. Here I am using a C consists of 7. If I print 7, if I print C, the value in C is displayed. Suppose X, what is the value of X? 2.3 is displayed. But Y consists of this value. If I am trying to display, my value is changed. You observe the thing? What is that one? Remember, in scientific applications, generally, logically, so we are using this such type of numbers. Generally for our regular calculations, we are not using this type of numbers. In scientific applications, the floating points are represented in terms of exponents. In terms of exponents, meaning is, for example, 1.2 E some 10. This is the representation. 1.2 E 10. Internally, what is the meaning? 1.2 into, for example, assume some 7, whatever it is. 1.2 into 10 power 7. That means E specifies 10. Here this one is the power 1.2 into 10 power 7. Now what is my number? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 zeros. 0.1234567 zeros. Instead of writing this number, for example, 1.2 e minus 9. Minus 9 in the sense, what is the meaning? 1.2 into 10 power minus 9. 10 power minus 9. So we are getting the number. So already one number is there after. Now total 10 is. See this one. Observe the count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. This is the representation. Whether it is right or wrong, you need to remember the syntax. If you have a number like this, you can represent in exponent format. Anyway, you no need to remember 99.99 situations. You are not allowed to do this one. Why? System automatically converts. Yes or no? Here I am not converting. Here, consider this example. I am not doing any operation. System automatically converts. So, no need to remember. Here, everything is done by the system only. Now, two numbers are completed. One is integer, second one is floating. Coming to third one, complex. This is also according to mathematics. If any number is of the form a plus bj, even though the class is very slow, no problem. Why? You know that one, the first sessions are basic. If you are very perfect about basics, the remaining things are very easy. Okay, if a number is of the form a plus bj, then the numbers are called complex numbers. And you know that one, here a is called real part. Yes or no? In the numbers, according to mathematics, A is called real part, B is called imaginary part. B is called imaginary part. Now, write down one example. Some C is equal to 2 plus 3j. Now, what is the type of C? Complex. See this one? C is equal to, you assume that sir previously C is equal to 7. Now C is equal to 2 plus 3j, override. This is a dynamically typed. For example, in C language, it gives an error. Why? C holds only integer value. If you are trying to give any other than integer, it gives an error. But in Python, no problem. Here I am given an integer. I updated into complex. It can take the complex also. Now, type of C, complex. A plus B, J. J is the fixed. If you want to change J to K, J to L, it gives an error. Why? This is a predefined format. I am not doing anything. This is a fixed and predefined format. Now, one next point is, if you want to get only the real part or only the imaginary part. You got my point? My point is, I does not need the entire complex number. I need only the real part. You can access like this under the variable c dot real. It gives only the real value. But remember, even though you have 2 comma 3, what type of numbers? Integers. Even though integers, the output is in float 2.0. Here everything is predefined. If it is a float number, automatically the answer is float. Even though it is an integer, the output is the floating value. The output is the floating value. C dot real, C dot imag, imaginary part 3.0. This is the complex number. Clear the point? Now, First data type is completed numbers. Under numbers, we are discussed integer, which is used to store whole numbers, float for real numbers, and complex for complex type of numbers. Any doubts related to these numbers? Any doubts related to this one? Okay. Now I am moving into the next data type. What is my next data type? Boolean. Boolean is my next data type. So here the data type name is Boolean, but originally the type name is BOOL only. Boolean is the sentence word. The data type name is bool. Up to now, I am using integer, floating. But what is the data type? Into only. Floating. The data type name is float. Similarly, Boolean, the data type name is bool. Remember, this Boolean data type consists of only two values fixed. The Boolean data type consists of only two values. The two values are one is true, second one is false. The two values are one is true, second one is false. That means we are checking some condition. Coming to mathematics, suppose 3 greater than 2. 3 greater than 2, what is the output? Right or wrong? Actually that is right. So in this case the output is displayed as true. Suppose 3 less than 2, in this case the output is displayed as false. Generally, while checking the conditions, at the time of condition checking, we are using Boolean. Based on that one, if the condition is true, we are doing one operation. If the condition is false, we are doing another operation. In that type of situation only, we are using TRUE. Remember, capital T. That is a very important. This true is a keyword. True is a keyword. A is equal to true. Type of A. This one BOOL, bool. For example, C is equal to 3 greater than 2, executed successfully. Now what is C? See this one true, yes or no? First 3 greater than 2 is performed, condition is evaluated. After evaluating the condition, the result is true. Now C hold the value of true, type of See, this is a Boolean. Okay. For example, C is equal to 3 less than 2. Now C is false. F is capital. Remember, why I specified in Python. Exactly the same Boolean is available in Java also. In Java, there we are using lowercase letters true and false, but in Python, true and false, these are keywords. What is a keyword? Reserved words. We have to use as it is. How it is available, you have to use in the same fashion. So, for example, see this one D is equal to true. I am using lowercase, it gives an error. What is the error? Name true is not defined. So what is this name error? Anyway, after completion of this class, you will get different types of errors. Name error, value error, index error, key error. Wait for this class only. After that, you will identify different types of errors. Why? The concept of data types only gives the errors. Now, so the primitive data types is completed. The primitive data types are completed. Number and then Boolean. Anyway, whenever we are moving to the advanced level, we will come back again. Next one is string. I already said just what is the meaning, how to create only. What is the meaning? How to create? So string is a group of characters. A group of characters or a sequence of characters or a collection of characters that are enclosed within quotations. A group of characters that are enclosed within quotations, that is called a string. That is called a string. Now, what is a string? Clear. A group of characters enclosed within quotation, that is called a string. Here the next one is how to create. First, for each and everyone, I am using the same topic. For string, list, tuple, dictionary, set, the same topic. What is the definition? String is a group of characters that are placed within quotation. Next one is how to create. For example, s1 is equal to, this is the name of the string. This is the name of the string. S1 is equal to welcome to Python within single quotation. Here automatically a string is created. Like previous example, see this one, a is equal to 3. What happened? A variable is created which holds a value 3. Here also a string s1 is created which consists of a value welcome to Python. Not only this one, you can give any message, but entire thing is placed within single quotation. This is the first way. Second, create another string. S2 is equal to double quotation welcome to some Java, double quotation. This is also one way. That is, you can create the string by using single quotation or by using double quotation. No problem, both are same in Python. In Python, why I am using Python? Why? In the remaining programming languages it is different. In the remaining programming languages only double quotations are allowed. In the single quotation, for example C, C++, Java, in that languages, in the single quotation we are representing the single character. Except to Python, in the remaining programming language, single quotations are used for storing the character. For storing the character. But coming to Python, you can use the single quotation for string. Now, obviously, what is question? How the characters are stored? Yes or no? Suppose I have a single character, how the character is stored? Remember, Python does not have a character data type. C, C++, Java, all the languages consist of character data type. Python does not consist of character data type. Python consists of string only. Anyway, I will show you the creation. First, S1 is equal to welcome to Python. You observe. So not only letters, you can use anything. For example, welcome to Python 99. Here I am using dollar symbol. Here I am using some ampersand, whatever it is. The thing is quotations. Open quotation, you can write anything, your wish, close the quotation. Automatically, that is a string. A string is created. Yes or no? Type of S1. str string data type. S1 means C. Whatever you are created, exactly that is printed. The step one is clear. Now create the string by using double quotation. Double quotation. Welcome to Python. Now, type of S2. Here it is also string print S2. Remember, you observe, even though you are using double quotation, system takes down the format of single only. Whether it is a single or double, not a problem. According to your requirement, you can give anything. What is the requirement? Sir, I always use it single quotation or I always use it double quotation. Why we need to change? Suppose my question is, you need to create a string. For example, I don't know Python. This is my string. Suppose S3 is equal to I don't know Python. You observe my term? I don't know Python. If you are using single quotation like this, clear? Now what happened? Observe parallelly. Here I will type S3 is equal to open the single quotation. I don't, whatever it is spelling. Sorry, don't know Python. Now observe the color changes. Previously, the entire string is stored in under sub green color. Here, IDON, you understand? This is considered as the opening one, and this will be considered as the closing one. Now, what about this one? It gives an error. Unterminated string literal. Now, in this case, what you need to do? S3 is equal to use double quotation. Any problem? Use double quotation. So why opening double quotation means system checks for closing double quotation. Even though we have single quotation, system will does not consider the single quotation. Does not consider the single quotation. Clear the point? So that is the reason we have two ways, not only three ways, two ways. You have another way also. That means triple quotations. Right now, I am not discussing anything. Why? Right now, what is your point? What is a string? How to create by using single quotation and by using double quotation. Okay, clear. Now, third point. For every concept, I will discuss 3 points. Third point, accessing. What is mean by accessing? Accessing, before that one, I will show you one thing. I forgot. ID, for everything you need to check ID of S1. So this is the address of string 1. ID of S2. This is the address of string 2. Anyway, after completion of all the data types, I will show ID one more time. Why? Because, for example, A is equal to 3, ID of A. Okay, B is equal to 3. B is the same variable or another variable? A and B both are different variables. Now ID of B, same address or different address? Different variable, same address. Why? I will explain later. Now, what is the question? Accessing. Just now I discussed what is a string, how to create a string. The next one is how do we access a particular character. For example, assume my string is welcome. For simplicity, I am creating a string welcome. Remember how a string is stored inside the memory. Previously, I given one definition. String is a group of characters or a collection of characters or a sequence of characters. Remember, everything is stored in the form of a sequence according to indexes. Remember the word index. So W, for example, this is the memory location. This is the memory location. This location is referred by S. Generally, we assume directly the welcome is stored like this. Yes or no? General. But this is not true. Directly, the string is not stored like this. How the string is stored? letter by letter, internal representation. Blindly, the string is not stored letter by letter. This is the first position, that is zeroth position. First, two, three, four, five, six. Those are called indexes. Those are called indexes. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now, if you print yes, what is the output? If we print yes, the welcome entire string is displayed. Entire string is displayed. Now I want only the letter at the position 2. You got my point? I want only the letter at position number 2. How? Simply under string s. On what string? Under string s, s of index. Here s means the name of the string. Under the string, we are retrieving only a single character. We are retrieving only a single character. Suppose first I create a string welcome s of 0. Press enter. Automatically it returns the character at 0th position. Suppose s of 5. It returns the character at fifth position. What is the character? 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. At fifth position, we have a letter N. Okay. Half point is completed. Under accessing, 2 points are there. 1 point is completed. How the elements, in which direction we are accessing? Exactly, that is very important. We are accessing in the left to right direction, generally called as forward direction. Whatever I discussed up to now, this is available in C, C++, Java, and in Python. Okay, why Python? Observe, for each and every case, Python have additional features. So Python have an additional point also. We can move or we can access the characters in the backward direction also. Backward direction also. How? The positions are generally, this is called positive indexes. General assumption, 0 is considered as a positive. That is the reason total how many letters I have? Total 7, 0 to 6. Here reverse direction means E is stored at the position -1, -2, -3, -4, -5, -6, -7. Okay, in the reverse direction. So if you are given s of -2, simply it returns the index, sorry, character at -2 position. Why this positive and negative? Depending upon the program. For example, I have a program such that you need to access before last character. Before last character, how? First step, if you don't know this concept, first I need to count how many number of characters. Total I have 7 characters. Total 7 in the sense the first thing is 0 and the last one is 6. Before the last one, that means s of 5. This procedure. Suppose even though you don't know anything, before the last one means simply you know the last one is -1, s of -2, automatically you are getting the answer. You understand my point? So in some situations it is possible to access in the reverse direction. Anyway, whenever you are moving in depth, you will get the point. This is the position of -2. Now string is completed. What is a string? How to create a string? How do we access? Okay, before coming to the list, I will move to the list topic later. And one more information, so from tomorrow onwards the link is changed. Everyone observe, from tomorrow onwards the link is changed. Okay, so only 3 days, that is 4, 5 and 6. Only three days are the demo sections. From tomorrow onwards link is changed, only the link is shared to the students who paid the fee. This is the information from the management. Okay, anyway, coming to the point, here previously I will cover the list to tuple later. Anyway, within 10 minutes that is not completed. Coming to one point, A is equal to 5, B is equal to 5. You observe one thing, both have same addresses. Why? This is one of the advantage of Python. I will show you step by step. See, A is equal to 5. ID of A, actually what happened right now, no memory, empty, nothing is available right now, nothing is available. Okay, whenever you are trying to create the variable A is equal to 5, system checks whether any variable is existed with a value 5 or not. Within the memory is any location is existed with a value 5 or not. Up to now anything is existed? No. So if now value 5 is not existed, it creates a value and refer to A. Now based on the same point, B is equal to 5, B is equal to 5. What happened? Again system do the same thing. Check any memory location is existed with a value 5 or not. Yes, 5 is existed. Simply use this reference. Why? You know the advantage. Why? No wastage of memory is reduced. If you want another location, some memory is required. So whether A or B both are different variables, but the value is same. For example, if you are trying to change the value B into 4, then automatically creates another memory. If up to now, if you are using same value means same memory location, that is the reason you are getting the address of B also same. Okay, first point. I will give you 3 points. Second point. Suppose x is equal to 2.3, y is equal to 2.3. Both are same or not? Now check ID of x. This is the address where x is stored. ID of y. This is the address where y is stored. Same or not? Different. Remember, here this is integer, this one is float. For floating values, system does not consider this scenario. Floating values, different memory locations. Anyway, I will give you one more point. S1 is equal to create a string welcome. ID of S1. Okay, this is the address. S2 is equal to create a string welcome. ID of S2, same or not? Same. Now remember 3 points, only 3 points. One is a string. If multiple string consists of same value, they are stored in the same memory. That is, more than one refers to the same location. But floating, it is not possible. You assume, you understand that for integers it is possible. Yes or no? But see, one more point. X is equal to some 512. Y is equal to some 512. Now ID of x, ID of 512 is an integer. Same or not? Different. But according to previous discussion, same. Here x and y both consist of same values but different addresses. Multiple means? No. Here the thing is, I will show you. X is equal to 257. Why I am using the same letters means I will explain. X is equal to 257. y is equal to 257. Now check id of x, id of y. Same or different? Different. Even though integer, multiple integers, same value, but it moves to different location. Finally, last point, x is equal to 256. Y is equal to 256. ID of x, now ID of y. Now check, both are same. Now based on all these examples, you will get one point. What is that one? Up to the value 256 only, the integer is supported. Remember one more point. Suppose in some versions up to 512 is also available. Why 256 and 512 only? Powers of 2, 2 power 7, 2 power 8, 2 power 9, binary representation. Suppose integer is the data type. Assume it allocates how much amount of memory? 2 bytes of memory. Anyway, we will discuss this memory later. Suppose 2 bytes of memory. The memory is in the form of binary. Yes or no? Why? Everything, the first class, whatever we are created, a is equal to 5. How the system stored? System not stored 5. System stored in terms of binary 101. For storing, it requires some memory. For storing, it needs some memory. Up to 256 only the integers are supported. Okay. Now string is supported. Coming to list to tuple, whatever it is, we will discuss in the next session. Now, what is the today session? First, to give the conclusion, data types. Under these data types, the first one is numbers. The first one is numbers. Under these numbers, we discuss integer, float, complex. After that, boolean, and after that, string. String string. Along with, right now we discussed one function type is the one function, and one is address or address comparison. Just for understanding, idea of is the function. So it is different to different data types. Different to different data types. Now, any doubts? Any doubts? So again I am repeating, from tomorrow onwards the link is changed. Okay. If you have doubt, you can unmute yourself and ask the doubts.
As usual, you will take in welcome, right?
Mm.
So from left to right, we saying 0, 1, 2, 3, 4.
Mm.
And right to left also, we say minus 1, minus
Oh.
1. Why?
So left to right means, suppose see this example, S is equal to welcome. So by default 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So right to left. Suppose according to your intention, here also you are given 0 means, now S of 0, what is the answer? E or W? You understand my point? So in the left to right direction, I am using positive indexes. In the right to left direction, I am using negative indexes to provide the separation. For example, okay, anything 0, 1, 2, 3, I written like this. What is S of 0?
Two numbers we have
It is not possible. By using single index, we can extract only single value.
got.
Yes. Now, any others? Okay, clear? Okay. Thank you very much. Today I am closing the session.